What's up guys, Dante here. Now this is the Apple HomePod. This is Apple's version of a smart speaker that they decided to come into this market when everybody else done ran over it. So this is Apple's version of a smart speaker. First I want to talk about some of the hardware aspects of this speaker. Now it has 7 tweeters at the bottom. Now the sound comes from the bottom and like kind of spreads out in like this omnidirectional way, so you can get like a full sound of the music when it's playing. Now in this speaker it has 7 tweeters, 7 microphones, 1 4-inch subwoofer, and it has the A8 processor from Apple. So they say it's supposed to be the smartest speaker on the market, but that's yet to be told when you come and look at how Siri actually functions and how the speaker actually sounds overall when it comes to the overall package of this smart speaker. Now one of the things I wanted to mention in this video is that I'm not an Apple Music subscriber. I have Spotify. Now I can AirPlay the music from Spotify, but one thing I've noticed with that is that it's a slight little delay. Like if you play one song to go to the next, it's like a 1-second delay, which is kind of annoying. But if I had the speaker first and not the Google Home Max, I probably wouldn't be feeling this way. And just because I don't have Apple Music, I also have music on my iTunes account that I can still give commands to, which works just fine. So let's go and take a look at how that actually works. Hey Siri, play.
Playing all songs. Shuffled.
Hey Siri, stop playing. Hey Siri, play Kanye West Amazing.
Playing Amazing, featuring Young Jeezy by Kanye West.
Hey Siri, next song. Hey Siri, play Michael Jackson's Dangerous.
Okay, playing Dangerous by Michael Jackson.
Hey Siri, stop playing. One of the things I like about the speaker, when you ask Siri to change the song, it goes into like this echo stage where so it can hear you make your next command. So when you change the song, it goes into the next song, and it kind of has this echo sound. I kind of like it. For some odd reason, I just like how it sounds when you change songs, when it goes into this echo sound and you kind of hear the music in the background still, but it has that echo sound, so you can make the next command for the Siri speaker to change the song. We have a lot of smart speakers on the market. Now I have the Google Home Mini and the Google Home Max, so I'm used to Google Assistant. So when I decided to get the HomePod and deal with Siri, which matter of fact I have an iPhone but I just never really use Siri, so I've decided to get the HomePod just to see the experience of just using an Apple product that pretty much, if you're in the ecosystem, works seamlessly fine. Like I mentioned earlier, I do not have Apple Music, but I have Spotify, so I can AirPlay the music, but I still have songs on my iTunes account that I can use to kind of give commands if I wanted to play those songs. Now I've been using Google Assistant for a while, so I gave Siri a chance, and from my experience, they both have their little hiccup. For me, Siri had more than others, but overall I think it's pretty well experienced. So let's go and give Siri a couple of things that it could do. Let's see how well it stacks up. Hey Siri, how tall is Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant is 6 feet 9 inches tall.
I wonder why they say he is a 7-footer. Just saying. Hey Siri, what's the weather for today?
It's currently clear and 66 degrees in Philadelphia. Expect partly cloudy skies starting tonight. Today's high will be 69 degrees and the low will be 50.
Right, see that? Say it gave me a whole lot of information in the course of the day. How's the weather going to change? How's it supposed to be cloudy? All that good. So, cool. Hey Siri, what's the weather for tomorrow?
Looks like it will be cloudy in Philadelphia tomorrow. The high will be 62 degrees and the low will be 44. My weather data is provided by the Weather Channel.
Hey Siri, what time the zoo opens today? Hey Siri, what time the zoo open today?
Here are quite a few options. Philadelphia Zoo on West Girard Avenue is open today from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
I don't see any hours for John Hines National Wildlife Refuge at Tinicum on Lindbergh Boulevard. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
Elmwood Park on Harding Boulevard, Norristown is open today from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Would you like to hear the next one?
Yes.
I don't see any hours for Philadelphia Zoo Warehouse on Fairmount Avenue. Would you like to hear the next one?
No.
Okay.
So it depends on what you ask Siri and how well the information is going to give you. So Google Assistant really gives you a lot of information too when it comes to weather and scheduling and all those type of things. Now, one thing I did notice that the HomePod doesn't do, that you can't have multiple calendar dates, and you can't call an Uber or a Lyft. I don't do that, so I usually use my phone anyway. But I know if somebody who's using an assistant all the time actually does that, would really feel bummed about not being able to use this to call an Uber or Lyft. So I can see why people would be upset about that. But for me, I don't really use it. But now that I have assistants within my house, I may start using that. But it depends on the person. Like I said, for me, I don't use it. But if you have an assistant in your house and you want to call an Uber or Lyft, and you just want to ask for Uber or Lyft, and you ask the assistant to do that and it does it, it works. But this doesn't do that. So if you're not in the ecosystem of Apple, don't recommend this. The one thing I would like to see in the future, if a couple of updates would improve the HomePod overall. Now, if just give it a few updates, maybe the HomePod will be on par with the Google Assistant. But one of Apple's main focus wasn't the Assistant. It was the sound of the speaker, which is, must I say, is really amazing for the speaker this small. And one interesting thing about this HomePod, it has accelerometer. So whenever you place this in a room like a kitchen, living room, or bedroom, the accelerometer, it determines where the speaker's at and where it's placed, so the sound can kind of bounce off the wall, so give you the best sound quality when playing back music, which is amazing that a speaker can actually do that. Now, I haven't put it in all rooms. I put it in my bedroom because that's where it's going to mainly be, and I have it right here. This is the first time I actually played it right here. See, I played it in my room because that's where it's going to be. It's going to be my personal little speaker in my room. I'm really looking forward to see if some updates will improve the HomePod overall. Now, right now it doesn't have AirPlay 2, so you can't use two of them for a stereo setting. You can't play them in multiple rooms and all those other things where it comes to what they offered at the beginning when it launched, but it's kind of shortcomings because they didn't have the update when it was available. So yes, it's disappointing to see that the HomePod doesn't have certain things that the Google Home Max does, but give it time. I know people are frustrated because you expect that when it first launched, but it's not here right now. But give it time. Right now, HomePod has its shortcomings. A few updates are not available. You can use two of them for a studio pair. You can't play them in multiple rooms if you have multiple HomePods. Right now, it's just the first product out of this line of HomePods, or I don't know if it's going to be more than one. They say it's supposed to be a cheaper one, but we have to wait and see what updates coming in the future. If this is on par with the Google Assistant and Alexa down the line. I'm not an audiophile, so I can't really tell the particulars of all the audio sounds and stuff like that. But for me, for a person who likes to listen to music from time to time, I want a good bass line, some highs, mids, lows that all are clear when it comes to playing back music. So for me, this ain't that bad. Now for the price point, depends. Because yes, it has an assistant in it, but Google's main focus was the sound of the speaker. And I must say, they hit it on the mark with that because the sound is amazing for how small the speaker is. Now, it doesn't get as loud as the Google Home Max, which is not a problem, but you just want the best sound quality when you're playing back music, and that's what this does really well. And one other thing, that if you have an Android phone, don't waste your money because you can't even set this bad boy up. You can't even use this if you have an Android phone. So that's the ecosystem that Apple has created, and they're basically telling you if you don't have an iPhone, you can't use this thing. So if you have an Android, don't waste your money. Can't recommend it because you can only use an iPhone. But overall, the sound quality is good, but just don't recommend it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed my little review of the HomePod. Like I said, stay tuned later on. Let's see how the updates come along and see if it's improved in any way. But thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe. Also comment. Let me know how y'all feel about this. If y'all like it, y'all don't. Hey, let it off in the comment section below. Once again, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.